What was it called again? I don't remember.
Something about grief, I think.
Okay.
Or Death Rises. Something like that. Or maybe that was the other episode.
I feel like, okay, so the episode, what even happened in the episode? I watched it yesterday.
Well, Caitlin gets abducted
Death
by
Deathstorm.
Deathstorm.
Deathstorm. Deathstorm abducted Caitlin. Iris has her.
Just like kills Dion.
Iris has her time sickness thing going on. What I really want to talk about is Barry running on lightning.
That was so bougie.
Yeah. So I have a question. Have you ever seen another TV show where the main character runs on lightning like that?
No.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's such an oddly specific event to happen. But but the Flash is the second TV show I've seen do that.
Who was the first?
It was Pokemon.
Oh.
It was Pikachu was caught in a hurricane barrier and it shot a lightning bolt and then quick attacked up the lightning bolt.
Dang.
And then the Flash did in the same and that was like 5 years ago that Pikachu did that. And then when the Flash did it in the episode, I was just like a part of me was like, is running on lightning actually possible? Because it's just the fact that two completely different TV shows did it.
Yeah. It was like little discs too. I thought it'd be more like just like a pathway.
Yeah, like you just shot a lightning bolt and just ran across it.
Yeah,
but it was more like electric platform type thing.
Yeah, or kind of like how Killer Frost, she slides, makes ramps and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I thought it would be like.
I thought it'd be more like that.
I had another thought, but so with Deathstorm, is he supposed to be because I'm not really following a whole lot of what Deathstorm is supposed to be. Is he supposed to be a ghost of some kind?
I think he's some cosmic bro who
undead Ronnie
who kills people to feed on grief and then give it to his girlfriend.
My thought process is I feel like Ronnie has to still somehow be in the subconscious, in Deathstorm's subconscious. But I don't really understand how Ronnie sacrificing himself to close the singularity makes a villain that has what's it called? Cold fusion based powers. That doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah, that doesn't really add up. And also
they made it.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that they made it sound like in the episode. They made it sound like that it made sense, but it didn't make sense to me.
No, I mean why would this guy why would Ronnie blowing himself up in a singularity cause some cosmic villain from a different universe to feed on people's grief and only kill them with cold heat?
Yeah. It's really more the cold fusion. It's really more the whole cold fusion thing that I don't think makes sense. I feel like the Flash has over time it's gotten a little bit more unrealistic with their villains almost.
Yes.
Because at the start it was it was Reverse Flash, which time travel's a little unrealistic anyway. But then it was it slowly moved up to Zoom, who is multiverse, and then Savitar, who is some kind of time loop thing, and then like it just slowly, and then eventually got to the Speed Force itself.
Yeah, they're throwing everything out there.
Yeah.
Just like, whole Speed Force is going to be the villain. We're going to make a force. We're going to make 4 forces or 5, all people, embodiments into people, and then make them villains. And have all of them in the same season.
I feel like with Dion though, right?
Uh-huh.
I feel like Dion's one is the one. Dion's force, the Still Force, is the one that I kind of understand the least. Like
yeah,
I get that it's like timeline stuff, but the Speed Force is also like timeline stuff. So like, it's really more like a subsection of the. It's really more the Time Force than anything else.
Yeah, and where did Iris's like time sickness come from? Like, where did that
Surely
start
they explain
up?
that.
I don't remember it.
Surely they explain that.
Yeah, I just remember like one episode, everybody's fine. Next episode, Iris has some time sickness, and I was like, since when?
One thing I do like that I've always liked about the Flash is they always make Joe consistently the best character.
Absolutely, Joe.
He's always the one. He's
awesomeness.
always the wise one that's out giving advice and stuff like that, and I like that they keep Joe's character consistent.
Yeah, Joe always knows what the right thing is to say, and we stand Joe for that. We love Joe. We love Joe Mama.
I was actually really worried Joe was gonna leave the show during Armageddon.
Yeah, I could see that being a worry. I'm surprised I haven't killed him off yet.
They've tried to a couple of times. Armageddon being one of them.
Realizing that they would have, the Flash would have no morals without Joe.
I mean, they're like, being honest, top 3 favorite characters in the show are probably Barry, Cisco, and Joe, and they've already lost Cisco, so they can't lose anymore.
Yeah, I'm so mad that Cisco left. That made me so sad.
The thing is, I feel like Cisco, like, could have figured out how to beat Deathstorm, like, by now, if he was still around. Like, nothing against Chester, but I feel like Cisco just has more experience with stuff like this.
It does. Don't they have a whole book on all the
villains
that Cisco created?
Yeah.
Like, already? So, like, wouldn't they already know?
The thing is, I want to know is, right, so I think this is something they're trying to avoid, like, talking about in the actual show, but they already had a Deathstorm villain back in Season 2 when it was from Earth 2. He worked for Zoom, but then he died in the episode he debuted in.
I have to rewatch all those seasons. I can't remember.
It was like Earth 2 Ronnie, but he was like Deathstorm.
Oh, right, yeah.
And so they already did like Deathstorm, and like now they're trying to make Deathstorm as the villain, as like the main villain.
Bring him back, or bring that back, tie that back.
Here's the thing. One thing I'm worried that's gonna happen, right, is that like this whole Deathstorm thing is going to subside, and the whole like point of it was just to bring back Ronnie. Like I'm cool with Ronnie coming back, but if this whole like plot line is just to bring him back, then
it's not gonna be as good. They should just bring Ronnie back some other way. Not make Caitlin have to go through all this traumatic experience being toyed with her emotions about her husband.
They need to stop messing with Caitlin.
Yeah, leave her alone. She's been through enough. Like,
but I'm really curious about what this whole like Killer Frost.
They don't touch Allegra at all. Besides her drama at the newspaper.
I'm really curious what this whole Killer Frost being. Kill Cecile.
I don't like Cecile.
I'm curious what this whole Killer Frost, like being the anti Deathstorm, is gonna be. Like,
Yeah.
what if Frost, what if Frost, to make Caitlyn happy, switches places with Ronnie?
But what
Like,
about
because Frost her
Jill
whole thing.
Blaine? What about Jill Blaine? What's he gonna do
Uh,
now with his
uh,
girlfriend gone?
I don't know.
As Deathstorm.
I don't know. Didn't think that far ahead.
Is Killer Frost gonna become Death Frost? Or
Death Frost.
Killer Storm?
Just Killer Frost. Just goes back to being Killer Frost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much all the thoughts I had.
How do you? It's so weird that they're calling her, or Deathstorm's calling Caitlyn his grief bride. That's so weird.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get on board with a lot of things, but with a demonic, cold heat bro wanting Caitlyn to be a grief bride, and he has to give her a bunch of grief to be a... What in the world? Just go to a marriage court or something. I don't
Also,
know.
one thing. Actually, I have one more thought, and it's the portals that he opens. So he comes from across the universe. He comes from across the universe. It takes him 7 years to get back to Earth. Then he makes it, gets a physical form, and now all of a sudden he can just teleport between where he originally was.
Yeah, that makes no sense. How's it take you 7 years to find Caitlyn?
At first I thought they were gonna say that the reason why he hadn't showed up until then was because they were talking about the black hole that Chester opened. I thought that was like somehow what he came through. Like, and that's why like maybe when he formed, when the singularity closed, he was like in this like weird like almost in between realm between Earth 1 and Earth 2, and then the black hole like kind of allowed him to escape. But then that still doesn't explain why he took a whole season to show up. Took 2 whole seasons to show up. Doing your baton thing yesterday.
I'm going to nationals.
Really?
I won. Yes.
Nice.
I'm going to nationals. That's so crazy. I really didn't think I was gonna win. But oh Lord.